DIYers around the globe, welcome to one of the biggest nightmares that could face any homeowner, that is dealing with a sewer issue under a concrete slab. In our case, we had a kitchen drain issue that had been causing us problems for actually about 3 years. Our kitchen sink was backing up regularly, and one day we found a leak in our office, which is right next door to the kitchen, and it originated here, about a foot underneath the concrete slab. So what I did was I knew pretty much where the leak was occurring, although not precisely, as you can see from my crazy excavation project here. So while I had a general idea, I had to do some digging to really zero in and get to the source of the problem, the actual leak itself. Now, a pro plumber would have the tools necessary to find exactly where the problem would be. I'm not a pro, I'm just a DIY guy, and I had to work with what I had. So anyway, I knew what I was dealing with. I knew the general vicinity where the leak was. I went to our handy big box store and got a demolition hammer or a rotary hammer. And this isn't a top of the line name brand like Milwaukee or DeWalt or Bosch or one of those. This is a knockoff brand, but it's a 10 amp and it has plenty of power. It did all this, all right? So it did the job. If I were a pro, yeah, I'd be dealing with one of the name brand guys, but this is fine for a DIY guy like myself. This was only $100, by the way. And I used a couple of chisels. I actually got a 3-pack of chisels for 15 bucks. This is one of them, but I used a wider blade chisel as well to do most of the work. That chisel busted in the course of this demolition. So as you can see, I did some digging, and this is newly poured concrete that I'm now in the process of using to patch up my destruction. Anyway, what happened was our kitchen sink had been backing up regularly for some time, and the problem was down here. There was a leak that originated from a cast iron pipe. That's this ugly thing right here. And that gap, you see, that corrosion, was years and years of corrosion. Over time, this cast iron pipe just corroded. And so I had to use a reciprocating saw, a diamond grip saw, actually 2 diamond grit saws. It took 2 of these to cut right here. I cut this, that's cast iron right there. I cut that from this section right here. I don't know if you can see that, the light's not that great, but at any rate, once I made that cut, I was able to then cut over here. There you go, that might show up better. There's the cast iron pipe that I cut. And that section here was connected over here to existing PVC pipe, which was probably replaced or probably installed, who knows, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we just don't know. But it was a replacement for the original drainage pipe with the house. This house was built in 1956. We imagine there was cast iron piping throughout. This is PVC that you see right here. This was the existing pipe. So I cut that, and that took literally seconds with the reciprocating saw. And then I used a standard ABS connector along with some ABS pipe right there, 2-inch pipe. That's just plastic pipe. That's a connector, and that's a flexible connection right there. You just tighten up those bands. Obviously one end connects to the cast iron and the other one connects to the ABS, and away you go. So the biggest problem is locating your leak and then digging, obviously. It takes quite a bit of time. Don't attempt this if you don't have the time to do it, or if you're dealing with a room that can't be offline or inaccessible for a couple of days. This is something that took me a couple of days. A pro could probably do it in a day. I'm not a pro, full disclosure. But this isn't rocket science either. It's very dirty, it's very smelly, it's not fun. Frankly, it sucks. But if you want to save several $1000s and do it yourself, It's possible. Get yourself a rotary hammer and start chopping away. The biggest problem you're going to run into is finding the source of your leak, especially under a slab. You'll see videos out there that say, oh, you can find it easily by just walking on the slab with bare feet and seeing if you can feel a warm spot. Well, warm water wasn't the issue here. It was just lukewarm water. You're not going to feel that under a 6-inch concrete slab. So if you have a tool rental yard nearby that will rent you a locator, I don't know exactly what the term is, but a device that will locate leaks under slabs, then by all means get one of those. I don't know where you can find something like that. Those are highly sophisticated instruments and they cost well over $1,000. Plumbers have them. Maybe you could hire a plumber to find the leak and then do the work yourself. Or find the leak with a plumber, do the digging, and have the plumber do the rest, do the repair work there. And then you can, you know, handle the cement work from that point on yourself, which is of course what I'm doing. Once that cement work is done, once that cures, I'll take care of the rest of this. I'll, you know, lay down cement over the rest of this. That's about half a full bag of Quikrete right there. The rest will probably take another half bag, and then, you know, I'll finish everything up. I might just put a layer of concrete over that and put a slab, like a tile slab like that, over the finished hole, because I want to be able to access it down the road in case I have to. You saw that cast iron. It's probably going to corrode some more. Something tells me I'm going to have to get in here, who knows, 2 years from now, 5 years, 10 years from now, me or somebody will probably have to access this point again. So anyway, that's our repair work, kitchen drain under a concrete slab. Good luck if you have to deal with the same problem. It can be done. All the materials and tools I purchased for about 250 bucks, and that includes the $100 rotary hammer, which I'll use again and again. So, you know, for a little over 200 bucks, you can do it yourself, or spend thousands of dollars to have a pro come in and do it. Your choice. Have a great one. Good luck.